From the City of Angels, you're listening to the James Salazar Media Podcast. On today's episode, we are going to cover what you can and can't control. And today we're going to talk about your effort. So let me strike the music, and I'll meet you on the other side.
Engage.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Say hello to my little friend.
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
And welcome to the James Salazar Media Podcast. I am your host, the formerly mentioned James Salazar, a.k.a. The Media. Today, we're going to talk about what you can and can't control. I talked earlier about how we're going to do a little series on this, and today's the first day. And today, we're going to talk about your effort. One of the things you can control, and let me go back a little bit before. I talk about that so many people obsess over, let control their day and their mind and their emotions what they can't control. It's amazing to me how many people get so engrossed and so hot and bothered, and what they can't control is controlling them. The ability not to understand what's in their power and what is not in their power is controlling their emotions and how they think and how they react. Some people get really crazy. Some people even to the point of suicide, some even to the point of murder, some to drugs, manipulation. It runs a gambit. And if you're someone who has a weakness, a tendency to focus on what they can't control, it's really a sign that you're not paying attention to what you can control. Because if you devoted your time to what you can control, which is a lot, which takes so much time, which it'll take a lifetime to perfect what you can control. If you're really being vigilant and diligent towards your own future, what you can control should fill up all your time and not take any, and you won't need to take any time on what you can't control. So I say all that to say this. So number one on this list of what you can control, you can control your effort. Yes, my friend, you can control your effort. The energy that you put into things. And there's a couple of reasons why you may not putting your best foot forward in your effort that you put into things. Number one is that you're lazy and indisciplined. Number two, you're doing something that is not worth your effort or your time and attention. And the third, you probably have all the intentions to give your best foot forward, to give your best effort, but you peter out towards the end, and that comes from being unfocused. Yes, focus determines what kind of effort you put into things. But let's get this clear, and let's this resonate into your mind and your soul, if it's all possible, that you have a choice whether to give your maximum effort or your minimum effort. Unless your name is Minimum Effort Jane or Minimum Effort Joe, and this is what you do. Most people, when they put their mind to something, they give their maximum effort. And if you don't give your maximum effort, you probably have not counted the cost of what it was going to take to do something. People who don't count the cost of something. You know, I tell my daughter, number one, always finish what you start. And always count the cost before you commit to something. because that's going to determine whether you finish it or not, right? If you don't adequately count the cost of how much time and effort it's going to take to complete the task, your effort will dwindle. The amount of effort you put into it, it will diminish because you said yes to something that you didn't really know what it entailed. And that makes you an idiot. Let's not be idiots. Let me tell you something. I've been an idiot many times. Someone that came up to me and said, hey, you want to do this? Sure, I'll do that. And I, halfway through, I was like, I do not want to do this. This is terrible. Why did I agree to this? I'm an idiot. It's okay to be an idiot. It's okay to acknowledge when you're an idiot. It happens in life, and believe me, though I'm a smart person, I have no doubt that I'll put myself in positions where I'll call myself an idiot again. Bet your bottom dollar. But let me get back to the beginning. The effort you put into something is 100% your choice. We're trying to hash out the reasons why you may not be doing that. But you have not realized or come to the acknowledgement that you can control. It is in your willpower to give the amount of effort you choose towards anything in life. And what we're really talking about is results. We are determining your effort by the results you produce. And if you're not producing results, this really means you're on the wrong path or you're not giving your maximum effort. You are choosing to give your minimum effort. And it's a character issue because don't do anything unless you're willing to give your maximum effort. If it's in your power to choose what you're doing, it is your power to choose the effort you put into it. So what are we really talking about here? We're talking about standards, my friends. The reason why you don't put or don't feel like putting your best effort is because you have low standards for yourself. If you are giving minimum of effort in the things that you do, it's because that's what you accept from yourself. So, my friends, raising your standard is a part of raising your effort. And when you have standards that there's a minimum that you accept from yourself, you realize that that's hand in hand with your effort. Be someone who gives the maximum effort, not the minimum effort. The reason that thing didn't come through, the reason why people say your work is sloppy, the reason why you never get things in on time, the reason why you are out of shape is because of what you have accepted from yourself. That the effort you put into it, is a direct correlation to the standards you have, and the standards you have determine what you produce in your life. And if you're not producing in your life, it's because you are not giving your maximum effort, and you're not giving your maximum effort because you have very low standards or none at all. Now, you may have chosen something that's not worth your effort. And that's because of the effort you put into choosing what you're doing in life. What you put your heart into. You not only have to give a maximum effort in what you're doing, you have to put a maximum effort in what you're choosing. Only give your time and passion and consideration to something that you want to do, that is worth you devoting your time and energy to be great at. Because the passion that comes from doing something you really want to do, it ignites the embers of hard work and discipline and consistency. You know, you ever see a kid, right? He loves a video game, right? He's going to put his maximum effort into that video game. Come home, won't do his homework. He'll sit down on that TV, turn on the game box, and start playing for hours with an incredible intensity, yelling at people over the headphone. Because he loves it. He's passionate about it. And he comes in, day out, disciplined and consistent, because he loves playing it. My friends, it is the same thing. If you're not doing what you love in life, if it doesn't inspire you to get up and be more and do more and be a part of something bigger than yourself, or following your dream, you won't be able to muster up the discipline and consistency needed to be great at it, needed to inspire your maximum effort. It's true, man. I'm telling you, it's true. If you don't love what you do, you'll never be great at it. You won't put your maximum effort to be great at it. You won't put the time and talent to really be a part of something that you truly believe in for yourself or something bigger than yourself. You got to be about it. You got to do work, son. And the reason why you don't want to do work, because you're pretty much unfocused about what you want to do with your life. So everything's linked to each other. Everything. You give. Your effort is a choice based upon your values and standards and what you expect from yourself. Clarify what you want to do with your life. And your choice over your effort will be a lot easier. The more focused about what you want to do with your life, the more effortless it will be to put your maximum effort. So, what you can control is your effort. But it's going to take a little hard work. It's going to take a little bit of forethought and thoughtfulness. That might be the same word, said in a different way. But if you're in something that will never inspire you to lift your effort, to raise your standards, question it. Now, I'm not telling you to go quit your job, but you might want to transition to a new one. You might want to go to school or work on a trade or work on a business. Follow some dream that will inspire you to give your maximum effort. Raise your standards. Don't let yourself be involved in something that doesn't bring you passion, because you never will put the effort into it. But once you find something, once you truly find something that you want to do and you're excited about it and you have the passion to be great at it, raise those standards. Accept nothing less than your maximum effort from yourself. Don't fall below those standards that you have set for yourself. Because once you violate those standards, you'll find it easier to violate all the rest of them. And just to let you know, your standards will always be based upon your values and your principles in your dreams. So clarify those and accept nothing less than your maximum effort. It is in your control. It is in your control. The effort you put into whatever you do. Now, if you're lazy, what can I tell you? Raise your standards and no longer accept laziness from yourself. No one's going to do it for you. Let me tell you, in this world today, they're always trying to get you to compromise your values, always trying to get you to lower your standards, because if they can get you to lower your standards, they can get it is linked up to your mind. And if they can get you to compromise your values, they can get you to compromise your thoughts. And if they can get you to compromise your thoughts, you are an open book to write on. And they're not going to write anything empowering. They're going to write something that will give them the control to write into your software. Don't be fooled. This world doesn't like principled people, because principled people stand in the way of control. So let's clarify. The effort you put into things is in your control. And you might have some missteps because you didn't count the cost or you lowered your standards. You no longer want to do the thing you're doing because you didn't realize what it would entail, and you want no part of it. So it doesn't inspire you to give your maximum effort. Or you're accepting from yourself a lower standard. You are too easy on yourself, and your life is not producing what you've always dreamt you thought you would produce. Now, I can't tell you what that product is, whether it be happiness, a family, a business, but you know what it is. And you might have died inside a little bit because you think it's not possible, because you weren't giving your maximum effort. What I'll have to say to you is, remember why you loved something. Remember when you were passionate about something and you put your maximum effort. Raise your standards and accept nothing less from yourself. At the very least, let people know that whatever you put your mind to, you're going to put your maximum effort into. Whatever you volunteer for or say you're going to help with, put your maximum effort into. Raise your standards and let everyone know around you that your standards are high when you commit to something. And don't say yes to anything that you know you can't put your maximum effort into. Count the cost. Finish what you start. Produce results. And give your maximum effort. And you will achieve those outcomes. And there you go. I'm going to try to do one of these a month, because I want to talk about other stuff. If you want a little more information about James Salazar Media coaching programs, go to jamessalazarmedia.com. Also, if you want to follow me on any of the social media accounts, Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, what is it? Please, Pinterest. What is that? I can't remember. Pinterest, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Just type in James Salazar Media. I should come up. the handsome young strapping lad. Forget about it. Forget about it. I hope this helped you. So, when the storms of life come against you and you find yourself on your knees, stand tall. Take a look at that storm and you say what my sensei Jack Burton always says. Give me your best shot. Strike the music.
I am a